showtime.
Good morning, Tall Man Clan. It's time to go on a cruise. Wait a minute. It's only January 5th. I'm so confused. Cue the music. Again. It's like Groundhog's Day. Well, hey there, everyone. Welcome to the show. If you've never seen us before, I am your host, Robert, a.k.a. The Tall Man. This is my lovely wife and co-host, Lisa, a.k.a. Mrs. Tall Man. Not that anyone calls her that. We are coming to you live right this very moment from the Virgin Scarlet Lady in cabin 14302Z. Tall Man Clan, surprise, surprise, surprise. If I had some moments, I would have found a clip of that, but, well, we were obviously late tonight, so...
Just a
little bit. So, yeah, we are starting off 2025 on a cruise ship, and we are so happy to have you with us. You know, we found out that the Virgin Scarlet Lady was going to be going into dry dock and coming out, and what a best time, if you will, to come on in and check things out because we've never seen the Scarlet Lady. We have seen the Resilient Lady, but not the Scarlet Lady. So thank you, everyone, for being with us. Before we get too far into the show, let's give you a little bit of balcony cam. Unfortunately, this is faux balcony cam. Part of the reason why we'll go into why we're late, but balcony cam is not functioning right now. Go figure. Our tech not working.
It's being a pain in the butt.
Yeah, go figure. Anyway, this thing's all cut. Yeah, we've got things to do.
Yeah, we've
not enough
got
time.
Stuff to work on.
Mama Tall Man says, and we are off and sailing for 2025. Yes, we are, right out of the gun.
Yes.
Woo! Surprise, 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 right? A little Gomer Pyle for everybody. Can we all sing The Morning Light amongst ourselves? No, sing it out loud. I want everybody to hear it. Maybe the bee on board. Yeah, no. Oh no, they're having yes, we are having technical difficulties.
No.
Hello, Gina and Justina. Welcome. Bev, do they have Wi-Fi problems on? No, we did not. Cruise time, yes it is. Patricia, can't find the plug socket. Nope, couldn't find the plug. Just like the problem, just can't find the hole. Shh, behave yourself. Bev, morning light. Yes, here we go. Everybody swing now.
Yay.
It's all good now. Yes. Yay. I'm just trying to see if anybody there's Gushti. Yeah. A true Texan girl. Welcome. Port of Miami, yes. Port of Miami.
Yes.
Here we go again, is right. Dance. Alex, what's up, buddy? I'll be on the next voyage. Enjoy your vacation. Excellent.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So, you're going to be excited to see this. We're going to be bringing to you at every deck in 360 type degree tours, and we do it to you live every night. So make sure you set your schedule to be with us at 9 o'clock. Eastern Standard Time every night. We're going to bring you a part of the ship. Tonight we're going to talk about Embarkation. How's the Grounds Club 2.0? Haven't gotten everywhere yet. We're going to talk about this right now. So, love the nightline. Oh no, isn't it the Miami skyline beautiful?
It is.
So,
it is beautiful.
First of all, everybody, thank you all for the thumbs up. Appreciate you all. Thank you for being with us. Do us a huge favor. If you're new to the channel, think about subscribing, hitting that thumbs up button, become part of the Tall Man Clan. It is free to you, costs you absolutely nothing, and it really does help out the channel. We would sincerely appreciate it. And again, as I mentioned, we are 100% live right now from our cabin here on the ship. And look, so you understand, we'll look. There's the balcony door right there. It's just we're in the cabin. Just having troubles, and thank you for the thumbs up that just came in there.
Yes, thank you.
There we go. Okay, Embarkation Day. So everybody raise your hand. Who's ever been on a Virgin cruise before? Everybody raise your hand. If you have, you know probably some of the things. Thank you very much for the thumbs up. You know probably some of the stuff I'm going to talk about, maybe. If you have never been on a Virgin cruise, first of all, they do it different here. Mm-hmm. That is the first thing. And so everything about Virgin is just different from the rest of the cruise industry and the way they do things. And they obviously they set out to be that way. They were going to be different, and they are different. So let's just start with Embarkation, the physical Embarkation. The Virgin terminal is sort of the very first terminal, even though it's got the last letter. It's Terminal V for Virgin, but it's when you come through the tunnel, it's sort of all the way back up. It's a bit of a cluster on a Saturday. There was 8 total ships in port today, so a lot of activity. And so we got here easily enough, and I think we spent probably about 45 minutes in traffic just to get between F and V, which it's F, E, and then V, or G and V or something. It's just a couple of terminals. Things weren't moving fast at all. Per normal, when we go out of a new terminal that we've never been to before, even though we've been to the Port of Miami many times, I don't know what parking lot is like all the way at that end. So we would go just a few minutes extra early, knowing there's going to be traffic, knowing it's going to be a mess of trying to figure out where to park my big beast of a truck. Because if I miss the entrance and got to loop around, add another half an hour. Right?
Easily.
At least.
Yeah.
So fortunately, their parking garage, the lower level, is just tall enough for me to get my truck in. So we parked right away.
Topper and everything. I was surprised.
So here's the first big thing that is different between this cruise line and all others. Basically, outside of the suites, the first boarding time, period, is 1:45. Okay? Mind you, their departure time is 6. They got to get everybody on the ship between 1:45 and 6. Well, technically 5.
Yeah, 5:30.
It's gonna be an hour
Is it an
before.
hour?
Yeah, it's an hour. Okay. So, and our boarding time was actually supposed to be 4:30, but we have what are called deep blue benefits because we had a status match, so we were in the first group to get on the ship. 1:45. So that's a big change right there. There's no 10, 10:15, 10:30, 11, 12, 1, 1:30. It's 1:45. So, guys, don't come to the port until at earliest 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I
Because
would agree.
You're not even getting in the terminal. They have you out.
Yeah.
You're on the street. If it's bad weather, it's raining, cold, this, that, or whatever, it's just not going to be pleasant while you're waiting out there. Everything was nice. When we got there, they let you go in to sort of check in and get your little bracelet thingy. This is what opens your door. This is your key card, if you didn't know. A little close up there. It's on your arm. Okay. And then you're back outside, and everybody's outside. And we sat there for a couple hours waiting.
We did.
So eventually they let us in. Once we got in the doors, up the escalators, through security was pretty smooth, into a chair and just sat there. They made multiple announcements about how boarding is going to go, which again is the suites, then
Deep blue benefits.
deep blue, and then the romantic package people, and then they start calling the times after that. So ultimately they called our time, and it was 1:45. Bam, right on the nose.
It was.
Yeah. And that process was very smooth on the ship. And but mind you, we're now on the ship far, far later than we would normally be. Technically, it's just about after lunch already. Mm-hmm. And I hadn't even had breakfast. So, yeah, a bit fun. So, getting cabins, we were only able to get 3 cabins today. So we're going to have to video all the cabins on the out. So tomorrow night will not be cabins. Tomorrow night will be deck 5 or deck 6, or I'm not sure which one, but we'll figure that out. But we're going to be videoing tonight, but we'll let you know tomorrow what that's going to be. But we will get all the cabins as they're leaving, because everything is digital and you're not on the ship till 1:45. The cabins are all cleaned and all shut.
They are.
We literally, walking the whole ship, found 2 cabins open plus ours. So we will bring that to you after we get off the ship. Okay. So because we got on the ship so late, we're now literally, we were on the ship about 3 to 3.5 hours later than we would normally be. And so for us, everything that we now do is 3.5 hours late. And we're still trying to get cabins, right? We had to get some food. We had to check in for the muster drill, and all the things that you normally do on vacation. We still have to do the same things. So we did run around quite a bit with our head cut off.
We did.
Right. So another thing that we learned. Hey, Chris, I'm seeing some of your comments. Alex says the audio's fine. You guys try to reboot.
Thank you.
I can say this before we go too far. The last Virgin ship we was on, the internet was atrocious.
Horrible.
We couldn't even stream. And so here we tested, and the Wi-Fi seems strong. And we're only putting out at 720p, and we haven't found one dead spot. So it could just be you have to restart. I don't know. But I know from our end, at least in the moments we tested, we were very strong. Does it drop? I don't know. And I do apologize. That's the thing. We are live from a cruise ship in the middle of the ocean. Right? Is that amazing?
Just a few years ago, we wouldn't have been able to do this.
No.
Yeah.
Nope, not at all. Thank you, Elon Musk.
Yes.
Right? Come on, speed that thing up, man. Get them hamsters running faster. Right? So, again, we do apologize if there's a bit of a glitch in the sound. I promise you it's not on this end. Which, by the way, I do go back and listen to a lot of the replays. And, again, it's not out of the equipment. It is somewhere in the transfer. Even when we were on dry land.
Yeah.
The last couple streams, there was some audio cutting in and out.
Yeah, and some of you I know had to go out and turn around and go back in, and then it cleared up for you. So hopefully that's what's going on now.
Okay, so
thank you.
First thing that everybody needs to learn about Virgin being different. There's no main dining room. You're not going to get an early seating. You're not going to get a late seating. You're not going to get an anytime seating. Every restaurant on Virgin Cruise Line is a specialty restaurant, and they are all included. Now, because they're all included, they're all also smaller than some of the other restaurants that you may see on ships. Obviously, it's way smaller than a main dining room.
Oh, yeah.
But they're much tinier. Okay. However, even though they're all included, like Royal, you do have to make a reservation.
Yes.
Now, pre-cruise, they only allow so many reservations. Okay? And then they stop. Like for us, we were only able to pick one thing. It would not let us pick anything else. So when we got to the port, when we were waiting to get in, I got as close to the ship as possible. I tried to get on their Wi-Fi. I managed to be able to book one more thing. Right? So we were able to do that. Anyway, long story short, once we got on the ship, at 2 o'clock, we were able to go down to where the restaurant people were and sit with one of them, and they were able to work out the details for us. Enter the next issue. At least for us and with you guys. Our dining times are all over the place.
They are.
Normally, we will try to eat around 5:45 to 6 o'clock.
Yes.
That way there we're done by 7:30 at the very, very latest, which gives us an hour and a half to
make sure our banner's straight.
And thanks for thumbs up, right?
Thank you. And make sure balcony cam's working.
Yeah, do the tech run, right? That is not happening.
Yeah.
Our earliest time is actually between 6:30 and 6:45. That's all of the dining times. I think we have one that was at 5:45. I forget which one that is. And so that pushes everything later. So let's keep on track here, right? So at 2 o'clock, we do this. Our muster doesn't start until 4. Doing your muster drill here is very easy. One, you watch a video either on your app on the phone or in your cabin. Then between 4 and 5, you have to go to your muster station. They scan your little card. That's your card, right? Your little digital card. And you're done, right? But they literally don't get there until 4 o'clock. It's not like the rest of the cruise lines where they're standing there when you get on board. They do not get there until 4 o'clock. Again, everything's a little different here. So now it's 4 o'clock. Dinner's at 6:45. I actually didn't sleep a wink last night. We've been running on the ship. We're exhausted. So we're like, we need to take a little nap. So, yeah, well, thank you. I saw a thumbs up, but the number didn't change. So I don't know if we're 10 or 11. We always try to get to at least 35 when we're streaming live. So we got a long ways to go.
Yes, we do.
Hello, Carol, and everybody else that's come in. We'll catch up with the comments in a minute. We're just sort of going through the embarkation process. So having a quick siesta was absolutely we had to, right? Because remember, we're going to be here for you tonight. Thank you. We're also going to be walking around the ship starting at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
So we need a little nap. So we took a little nap. The sail away party doesn't start until like 5:30, 5:45, 6 o'clock, something like that. So she went up to catch a little bit of that. I got the stream scheduled, right? Off to dinner. We had dinner. Thank you very much. We had dinner in the Wake this evening, which is their steakhouse. And so we'll talk about that in a minute. And so after dinner, we're up here, and I literally have 60 minutes to edit the highlight reel that you saw, set all this up, and test it, which is why we were late.
Yes.
So, overall, first impressions about everything that's happened today. Now, I'm going to give you an asterisk. We have not been on the Scarlet Lady before.
That's true.
We've been on the Resilient Lady. So I don't have a vision of my mind what the ship looked like before it went in dry dock.
I was just expecting it to look like the Resilient Lady.
To me, it does look like the Resilient Lady.
It does. Yeah.
To me, it doesn't look like there's anything new. I mean, really. So here's what we read up. They added some cabanas up on deck 16 overlooking the pool.
Yes.
6 of them. They're pretty. They were in the highlight reel. Or was it? No, sorry, 8 of them.
8 of them. 4
per side.
Yeah.
Right, there's 8 of them. We saw that.
Yes.
Dazzles is Dazzles during the day and something called Lotus at night, which is just more of an Asian restaurant instead of Dazzles. Same place. I don't know what the decor looked like before.
It was the zebra stripes.
Was it the zebra stripes?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they said they were changing the decor a little bit too.
And I didn't notice that much of a decor change.
So they may have just, again, changed the menu at night. The third thing was something about the coffee shop up on deck 15 in what normal cruise ships would call their buffet. They don't have one here. We'll discuss that again in a second. We didn't see that yet.
I walked by and I got a glimpse at it. And from what I can tell, it looks pretty large. There's like sofa seating areas and things like that. So it is more of a lounge now than a bar.
And again, that's up on deck 15 in the...
Yes.
In the galley.
Correct.
All right. And that's actually what Alex was looking for.
Yes.
Which again, Alex, we're going to get through deck 15. You're going to see video in real time. If you're new to our channel, when we do highlights and deck tours and stuff, it's actually not a highlight. It is a full deck tour. We walk every single deck, 360 degrees, covering every nook and cranny, and we do it in real time, so you get a sense of truly where things are and what it may take to navigate the ship. I'll give you a perfect example. Valerie, one of our followers, is currently on the Divina up in the yacht club, and she's been communicating back and forth with me. We were going to try to have her on the show, but tonight it just
it was not going to happen tonight.
Anyway, she wrote a letter, and in short, it was like, she said, it was like I already knew where to go. I already knew the layout. It was like coming home. And so, and I said, that's exactly why we do these. So, yes. Alex, hang in there with us, and you're going to get to see all the upgrades. For me, overall, I would say I'm not impressed. My first impressions.
With the upgrades?
No, just generally speaking. Right? The 1:45 boarding time. Remember, the day one is actually day one.
Yeah.
Right? It's not half a day. It's day one.
Yeah.
And of course, we typically like to get on as early as possible, not just because we're videoing things, but we want to spend as much time on the ships as possible. So with a 6 o'clock departure, getting on at 4:30, that was our slated time. 4:30, an hour and a half before the ship. I didn't like that. The fact that they don't let you at least hang out in the building, again, I don't like that. It's just personal. It's neither a good thing or a bad thing. It's just our interactions and stuff. Everybody has been very, very friendly.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Overall, the food has been 50-50 in my opinion. Right? Never been a fan of their, again, buffet. It's not a buffet. What it is it's an area where normally the buffet would be, but it's like 7 or 8 or 9 little food vignettes. Now, you don't go to the food vignettes. You go sit down at a table, you raise the little flag on the little thing that's there, and a waiter will come over and take your order. And you can order as much or as little as you want from any of the stuff, and then they will bring it to you.
Yes.
Okay? That was really efficient.
That was so fast today. When we were on, of course, when we did the Resilient Lady, that was an inaugural. And of course, we talk about how things are not up to speed during inaugural sailings.
Yeah.
And that was much slower. But this, man, that was fast.
Yeah. So the
Very
service up there
fast.
was definitely very, very smooth.
Yes.
So definitely applause for that.
Yeah.
Today we tried the burger and the Greek salad.
Mhm.
Nothing excited to write home. I mean, the Greek salad's supposed to have Kalamata olives. It had regular black olives in it.
It even says Kalamata olives, and they were not.
Yeah. The burger, it was okay. It
was a burger.
Wasn't great. Wasn't bad. It just okay. Nothing to write home about. And that's all we had there. The French fries,
Yes.
surprisingly filling.
Very filling.
They were tasty.
Those French fries are huge. They're really thick
Yes.
fries. Mm-hmm.
For dinner this evening, we will share with you our pictures on our Facebook group.
Yes.
Once we get off the ship, unless Lisa is able to do that. So if you're not already part of our Facebook group already, if you're new to the channel, just go to Facebook, go to tallmanscruiseadventures.com. We're going to post all the menus as well as pictures of the food that we eat there. It's a group. It's private, so it's going to ask you 2 questions. If you don't answer the 2 questions, it's not going to let you in. And then I get a notice. Joe Schmo tried to get in and got declined. So the first question is, what was the first cruise ship you've ever been on? If you haven't been yet, use Scarlet. Just write Scarlet. That's today's word. If, today's word, 6.5. We'll talk about that in a minute. So if you haven't cruised before, but you're getting ready to cruise for the first time, answer the question with 6.5. You'll understand in a minute. And then adhering to the group rules, which is essentially just be nice to everybody. So make sure you do that. All right. So thank you very much for all that. Anyway, so we have pictures of the menu. The Wake is one of our favorite restaurants here on the Virgin. And we have said multiple times, some of the best food at sea that we've had on Virgin.
Yeah.
The food is really exquisite. Presentation, this, that, whatever.
Yeah.
I was just not blown away with everything I put in my mouth today.
I agree.
I mean, there were some things that were great. There were some things that were, like, again, the burger. It's a burger. It's better than McDonald's, but, not, what's our favorite burger place there over in Phoenix? What's that? The Habit.
The Habit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just was burger. I don't know. The Greek salad that just did nothing for me at all.
Well, the thing with the Greek salad, when you go over to Greece, the Greek salad is tomatoes, cucumbers, onions, and Kalamata olives and feta cheese. The feta cheese is a big chunk.
Yep.
Everything is big chunks.
Yep.
They don't put lettuce in their salad.
No.
Okay. That's fine. That's an American thing, and I'm used to that. I don't mind that at all. They can put lettuce in the salad all they want to. But Virgin puts chickpeas in their Greek salad. And like Robert already said, the Kalamata olives were not Kalamata olives. They were black olives.
Yeah. And the dressing was really overpowering.
It was pretty
Again,
potent.
we're being picky, guys.
Yeah,
not a complaint.
Very picky.
Just being picky and letting you know the experience.
Yes.
We're gonna have a fantastic time.
Oh, without a doubt.
And that's our disclaimer, because there's always new people that come to us and see us when we're or find us for the first times when we're on ships they're about to go on. Lisa and I, we've been on 40 or 50 cruises. We have another 11 booked for this year, and we love all the ships that we go on, and we love all the cruise lines. Yes, we have our favorites, we have our least favorites, but we have a fantastic time on every ship we go to. So when you hear the things that we talk about, almost never will it be a complaint, rather than us expressing the situation or surrounding things that happen.
And just giving you information.
Yes.
This is what our experience was.
Right. So for dinner, again, we'll post these pictures. I ordered the clam chowder.
Oh, okay.
Clam chowder. 6.5 spoonfuls of soup. I was like, really? They brought the big bowl over, decent sized bowl, and it had, like some stuff already in the bottom, which were the potatoes and everything. And then it come over with this little dainty little thing of the sauce or the cream part of it, and you pour it, and I'm like, barely covered the bottom of the bowl. Man, of course the bowl was cold, so now the soup's cold. I'm like, oh, 6.5 spoonfuls. It was very disappointing. And I'm quite sure I could have said, hey, could you go back and get 3 more of those? That would have made a decent bowl of soup. But I mean, think about it. If you get like French onion soup, I mean, it comes in a crock or a nice urn. You got the cheese and you're eating that for a few minutes.
Yes.
6.5 spoonfuls. The flavor was very nice.
I was just going to ask, was it tasty?
Yeah, the flavor was tasty. But yeah, 6.5. So then we had the wedge salad.
Yes.
Which looks, tastes, and feels way different than any other wedge salad. Remember presentation.
Yes.
Their presentation here is amazing.
It is.
Right? So the wedge salad, it was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Mm-hmm.
So there was that. She had the filet. I had the hanger steak.
Yes.
Mine cooked perfect, delicious, smaller portions. Not as small as the soup, but smaller portions. Her filet, I think, was probably 6
ounces.
6 ounces, maybe.
I think your hanger steak may have been like 8 ounces.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But again, it was enough.
Yeah.
It was enough.
Yeah.
So,
but oh my goodness, the flavor was amazing.
We did not stay for dessert because again we didn't have time because we were running to get here. Yeah. Our dinner reservation was 6:45. We got there at like 6:48. They sat us fairly quickly, and once we saw our waiter, I'm like, "Hey, we're sort of under the gun," and he was like, "Not a problem." And it was real fast. So,
yes.
Kiki, thank you very much. That was his name, Kiki.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Amazing service, Kiki.
Yes, thank you.
Except you never offered us something to drink.
Well, I mean, he did eventually.
No, he didn't.
You asked.
I had to ask.
Yeah.
Right? So this is our tests, guys. New ships, old ships, it doesn't matter. We have mouths. We can ask for things. We're very good at doing such.
Yes.
But we don't. We want to see what happens. Right? Mm-hmm. Typically you sit down, how you doing? Thank you. Within a couple of minutes, can we get you anything to drink or from the bar? That's on about every cruise ship we've ever been on.
Yeah.
We have been approached by people to get a drink from the bar 6,000 times already. From our waiter at dinner, not once. Not once. Kiki, that's bad. Bad, Kiki, bad. Because the other thing, I think everybody ends up with some kind of alcohol package on the ship.
Yeah, I think so.
We're not drinkers. For those, again, Tall Man Clan that have been around for a while, but we have like a $300 bar tab.
I'm going to be buying a lot of cappuccinos.
Right? I'm going to have some shakes or something.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So we had to skip dessert. But we were actually able to book it again, and it's earlier, and so we'll get the dessert then, and so we'll have it for you guys then.
Yeah, typically, I guess you get one restaurant per cruise, per sailing. And we actually did have to talk to somebody about that. Hey, we don't like the test kitchen. That's not our thing. Can we have the wake again? And they were able to do that for us.
The description of what she's trying to say is there are 6 different sit-down restaurants.
Yes.
You can only go to one. You can only go to each of them one time during the cruise. The chef's the test kitchen, we're not necessarily fond of that menu.
Yeah.
And so we didn't want to eat there. Mm-hmm. So we wanted to go to one of the other places that we've been to before that we know that we enjoy. Again, the Wake.
Yes.
The steak place, that's our favorite place. In fact, I may get the Tomahawk when we go back. It's going to cost me an arm and a leg, but we also have $450 to spend on board. So
why not?
Why not? Anyway, so but as we mentioned, you can't book it in the app.
Yes.
If you want to do something twice, you have to go see a human being, and they have to make an exception for you.
Yes.
So they make an exception for us.
Yes.
We have to wait twice. Okay. but anyway, let's look at some of the comments and then we'll continue.
Yeah, that sounds good.
How's the Grounds Club 2.0? We just told you.
Yep. We were going to have some great video for you of it.
Yep. Patricia says, my first Virgin viewing.
Oh, okay.
Great. Yeah. We could pop your cherry, Virgin. you can't. Alex says, yep, right here. I'll take the late embark as long as I have a late disembark. Alex, of course, we'll cover that in depth, once we get off the ship. But Virgin is leave when you want. But you have to be gone by, I think it's 10:30.
Yeah,
10 or
like
10:30.
At least that's the way it was when we were on Resilient Lady.
There are no set times. There's no nothing. Just leave when you want to leave.
Yeah.
And so
we'll let you know if that's the same on this
we'll
ship.
let you know once that happens 6 days from now. Sound is cutting out. Restart it. No. Sounds okay here. Sound is fine there. I restarted. It's fine. Audio's bad. Again, Chris, sorry. Restart.
Oh,
He's good now. Alex says, I'm a first-time listener. You can do a brief intro about your channel. Sure. Yeah. Lisa and I have been avid cruisers actually long before we met each other. We have been married for
since 98.
26 years now. 26 years now, but she cruised before she met me, and I cruised before I met her. And once we met and got married and been cruising ever since. In fact, we love cruising so much, we decided to buy a franchise travel agency. So we could talk
years ago.
This is forever ago. So we could just talk to people all day about cruising too. So either we're on a ship cruising or we're talking to people about cruising. And so, but again, we had that for quite a while, but we closed that a long time ago. We are not currently travel agents or associated with any agency. We're just Robert and Lisa, Tall Man and Mrs. Tall Man. But to give you the full story, we have another channel called Tall Man's RV Reviews. That was our first YouTube channel. And it was started during the pandemic when there was no cruising. And so when everything sort of, came back to the new reality and cruising started again and we started a cruise, we're like, we have the RV channel. Why don't we put some cruise stuff up there? I'm sure the RVers and cruisers, it's all about traveling. It's great. And so the very first ship we covered was actually the inaugural of the Carnival Celebration. And gained a lot of new subscribers and we lost a lot of old subscribers. The experiment didn't work. No. And so we decided to split the channels. So we have Tall Man's Cruise Adventures and Tall Man's RV. Oh, we didn't change shirts, Lisa.
No, I know. Another thing we're...
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we're in reverse.
We're in reverse. You see, that's right. That's technically printed in reverse.
It is.
Yeah, so for those of you who... we'll get that straight by tomorrow. But
yeah, we will.
We have our camera mirrored so that... Anyway, that's another story for another day. So on our channel, we do a ton of cruising, typically 10, 11, 12 cruises every year. We are still mostly cruising ships that we have never cruised before, so that we can bring you very, very detailed tours. Not just of public decks, but we also do the cabin decks. We walk each cabin deck, pointing out and calling out the numbers for every door, as well as where crew doors are, and all of this in relationship to stairs and elevators, because there are a ton of people that have mobility challenges or just want to know, how far are we from here? Is it loud in this area? You can't see that on a deck plan. Mm-mm. So we do very detailed cabin deck tours as well. We do this live. Well, the cabin deck tours we release after the ships. But we do broadcast live as long as the internet is strong enough on all the ships. We bring you a live show every night that we're on cruise ships. Outside of that, when we're not on ships, we do cruise news and tips and tricks, and we'll go do and park ourselves at a port and do ship departures. And if we're driving somewhere for work, believe it or not, we have regular jobs. And what I mean by driving is like 800 to 1,800 mile drives. We'll sometimes turn the camera on while we're driving through the middle of the night, and we just have a lot of fun. Okay, so Alex, that's just a little bit about the channel. We're just two normal people. As I said, the cruise lines don't pay us. We're here on our own accord. We're just like y'all. We work hard and we play hard. We like to spend our money on cruise vacations. So here we are. So hopefully that was a little bit of enough description for those who have found our channel for the first time. And that's what we do here. And we love to do the live because we have that conversation and interaction with you, right? A lot of the subjects we talk about and the things that go on our shows, they are conversations. And it's hard to have a conversation on a video that's just uploaded.
It is.
Right? But you can't have a conversation when you're live. We love that. Right?
And we're so glad you found us, and thank you, and welcome to the channel.
So please consider hitting that thumbs up and subscribing and becoming part of the Tall Man Clan for all the new people out there. For all those who are already, God bless all of you. We appreciate every single one of you.
And I can tell you they are all wonderful.
Yes. Bev says audio was just out of sync. Okay. Hello, Dr. Cherie. Welcome. What is our itinerary? So, day at sea, it's a 6-day. So, day at sea, then Roatan, Costa Maya,
And Grand Cayman.
Bimini.
Bimini. Oh.
Yes, Bimini.
Okay, Bimini. Okay. What was I thinking we were going to Grand Cayman?
On me.
Okay, never mind.
That's another one.
Okay, a different one.
Yes.
Okay. Bimini.
Yeah. That's another one.
Which that'll be fun because I've never been to Bimini.
Yes. So we're going to Bimini. Bimini.
Yes.
So there you go, Justina. Carol, hello. And by the way, and again, Alex and anyone else out there, if you have a question and you're watching us live, you have a question about this ship, ask it. Just write the word question in the chat. And if we don't know the answer, we will actually find the answer for you tomorrow and bring it to you in tomorrow night's show.
We're here. Ask away.
We're here. What better time? Let me tell you, getting the answers from the people that work on the ship is way better and way easier than trying to get, for somebody on the phone.
Customer service.
Hey, what's this thing? And you'll just get lip service a lot of times.
Yeah.
Or if you call 5 different times, you'll get 5 different answers. Okay. But
that happens too.
Speaking to the people here right on the ship, get it right away. Yeah. If you're watching the rebroadcast, we do answer every question that comes our way. So please leave a comment down there if you're watching the replay, and we'll gladly find out the answer for you. Okay. Again, hello, Carol. Welcome. Alex, Justina. He's telling where we're going. Bimini. Thank you.
Thank you.
Upside down pineapples. You can if you want. Virgin is a different kind of cruise line.
And I don't think they've banned that
They
here.
have not banned that on this ship. No. In fact, the show that was on tonight, there was a dude in a dress.
Yes.
The main actor.
Yes.
Singing down there.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is everything about, Virgin is it's a wide open society on this ship.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not love fest, guys. It's not that kind of thing. It's not Sodom and Gomorrah out there. It's none of that. But all are acceptable.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're not an acceptable kind of person, this is not going to be your cruise line. Right. But if you're just a happy-go-lucky person and nice to meet you, then come try Virgin. That's what I would say, Mark, in general. Chris says, all that, the food is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I thought Virgin is known for the best food at sea. Maybe tomorrow then. Sorry to hear that the ship is just so-so. Virgin is not my speed. That was Chris. So again, first impressions, right? First impressions are so important because you only get one of them, right? And, to get to the port and the boarding time, like, I can't comprehend the first person being able to get on a ship at 1:45. It's so late in the day. Now, the sail away was 6, so there was a little bit of extra time. But most of the rest of the cruise lines are boarding by 10:30, 10:45 at the latest. It's like 3 hours, 11, 12, 3 hours earlier. Anyway, so and again. The food, like my hanger steak was fantastic. I had twice baked potatoes, phenomenal.
Oh yeah, those were really
right?
good.
So
yeah.
there's been some great, but then there's like, whoa, where'd that come from? Kind of stuff, right? So Chris is like, feta cheese is rancid to me. Oh, dude, what is wrong with you, man?
Yeah, when you combine that with the Kalamata olives and tomatoes, oh my gosh, it's so good.
So, Alex, we cruise them all and we love them all.
Yes.
Disclaimer, we love all you. Favorites? To toss up between Celebrity and MSC. No, it's not a toss up anymore. The Yacht Club on MSC is our favorite.
For sure.
By far.
Yeah.
Alex, if you've never been in the Yacht Club on MSC, you have no idea what cruising is about.
Yeah.
And if you think I'm kidding, wait till Valerie gets off and tells you her experience. Because she's been telling me. And she's like, in short, I replied, I told you so. Yeah. We love the speed of Celebrity, the food, the decor of their newer ships, the service. But the quality and what happens in that ship in a ship concept on MSC ships, not all of them, but the newer ones, absolutely hands down, by far, best cruise experience I've ever had in my life. I'm going to have another one this year. Again, not just the regular MSC cruising is great too. Yeah. It was still number 2, but the Yacht Club, number 1.
The Yacht Club pushed them right over the top. Yep.
Yeah. Chris is like, the Yacht Club has ruined you.
It has.
You should never gone up there. I'm telling you.
You have no idea. No idea.
Kiki, soup.
Kiki.
More soup for me. No soup for you. More soup for me. Yeah, Kiki. Macrina says, Kiki, soup, please.
Yes, okay.
Shane, it never hurts to ask. No, again, I'm quite sure we could have had more. So, again, it wasn't, not the complaint.
We had plenty to eat.
Yeah. Oh, my God, yeah.
It's just the fact that, you know, he literally.
I'm like, I'm counting this.
Yes.
1, 2, like 6.5 spoonfuls. I've never had a 6.5 spoonful bowl of soup before in my life. That wasn't even a cup.
No, probably not. More like a half a
what
cup.
didn't help was it was in a really big bowl.
Yeah.
And that's what also made it cool down a little bit.
Right,
because the bowl
all
was
that
cool.
surface, the air, yeah.
Surface. And first bite, I got to tilt the bowl up and scrape it all down to get it on the spoon. First bite, guys. It was crazy. Oh, my gosh. That sucks. No lunch on the first day. Oh, and I didn't have breakfast either. So the first food I ate was after we got on the ship at 1:45, ran around, tried to get some cabins, did the meal thing first.
Yes, we did.
Then we went and got food.
So it was 2:30ish.
2:45 maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was late. So
yeah, and we were starving, but we were like, I don't want to eat a whole lot because we knew we were going to the wake tonight.
Howdy! Surprise, surprise, surprise. Speaking of surprise, here's Ozon again, Lido Life, welcome. And TMC has a great chat group. Yes, we all do. So,
yes.
Alex, you're in good company.
Yes.
We have a group cruise coming up. There's the right there, group cruise. group cruise. Curious about Virgin. How is it so far? Look. Overall, it's fine. It's great. I was just a little bit disappointed, and some of it was my own doing. That's why I gave you sort of a disclaimer at the beginning, right? Everything that Virgin does is different, and if you cruise a lot of different cruise lines, to go to one that is so different than the rest, you have to know that going in because there could be some disappointments. Mm-hmm. For me, again, we've been on only one other Virgin. We were on the Resilient Ladies inaugural cruise. And so we had an experience there, but inaugurals are so different in and themselves. Nothing works, and the service is horrible because they're still trying to learn to work as a team. And I mean, all these things. And that just comes with a grain of salt. And we've talked about that before. So a lot of things that happen there, I just wash away because the ship's been around for a couple years now, right? So they should be a well-oiled machine. So get there at, 10:30, 11:15. By the time we get there, we're like, you can't get on until 1:45. What? So we just sat around. So that was a little shocking. The fact that I was
I remembered that from before.
Yeah, I did, but again, I thought it was because it was an inaugural. Okay. It wasn't a thing. What cruise line doesn't start boarding until nearly 2:00? That makes no sense. You got 3,000 passengers. You got to push through there real fast. Anyway, and considering the quality of the food on the Resilient Lady, a majority of what we have today, I guess is the better word, was fine. Some of it was not. Again, 6 spoons of soup. Okay, guys, come on, man.
And again, we're being picky.
Yeah,
we're really being picky.
Kalamata olives and black olives instead of
Kalamata.
Oh, speaking of which, in the dinner, in the wake, with the hanger steak, with the hanger steak, it says with caramelized onions.
Oh yeah.
What we got was roasted garlic.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Which is not caramelized onions. And again, that's what was on the menu, y'all. Right? Again, if that's what's going to be on the menu, that's what you should put on the plate.
Yes.
If there's a reason why you can't, then if somebody's ordering it, the waiters should say, Oh, by the way, just so you know, it's not caramelized onions. It's a roasted garlic.
Yeah.
I would have been, heck yeah, that's even better. Again, love the garlic. The point is, we're getting served something that's not what we ordered.
Yes.
And I think that's probably the bigger disappointment overall.
Yeah.
Right? So.
Because like you said, we both were like, ooh, that's great. But it's not what was on the menu.
Yep. And for us, and I remember this the last time, the whole deck 15 little galley area, that's not our cup of tea.
No.
Even though the service was a lot better, I would rather see a buffet myself, right? So again, that's just us and how we like to cruise. You guys may love that who have come on Virgin before, but we have snapped a picture of that menu as well. We will put it up on our Facebook group so you can see it, meaning the menu up in the galley or the buffet.
Yes.
If you're not part of the Facebook group, again, just go to Facebook, search Tall Man's Cruise Adventures, answer the 2 questions. It'll let you right in. Okay, we'll post that for you. Okay. All right, Lido, you're gonna find out about it over the next 6 days. Tell me more about that group cruise. We're gonna play a little video here in just a minute about it. Alex, we'll tell you all about it.
Just a few minutes.
Yep, we enjoyed Bimini. The golf carts there were 130. Wow, nice.
Oh,
nice. You are so full of energy. Yeah. After not sleeping last night and having all of an hour and a half sleep in the last 48 hours, I think I'm doing pretty good.
it's adrenaline.
It is.
Why isn't this working?
Oh,
What's
man.
with the banner? Where's balcony cam? It's adrenaline.
I mean, the wall behind us, I'm pretty sure is straight. And we're sitting when I'm assuming it is straight. But why, why is it like that? I promise you the camera's not cockeyed like that anyway.
But it's the angle that the camera's in. We probably have to.
We're going to work it out tomorrow.
Yeah,
Don't
we
worry
will.
about it.
We'll figure it out.
Patricia's like, Alex, Robert, we'll show you the video and the highlights. Yes.
Yeah.
Macrina, I have called 5 times and get 7 different answers, right? Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Pizza looks better on Virgin. Is it better than MSC? Chris will tell you. The funny thing is, we went into the pizza joint, which is in the highlights today that we started this video with, and we remember nothing about it.
They have, could remember it from being on Resilient Lady, but they do have the pizza ovens.
Yep.
Not the conveyor belts or the toaster ovens like some of the other cruise lines. They do have the pizza ovens. We're going to try it out.
Yep.
But for now, until we tried this, MSC
has the best
pizza
at
at sea.
Yep.
Yeah, hands down.
Hands down. Yep. So, but it looks good.
It
smells
does,
good.
Yeah.
So we'll taste it and we'll let you know if that's good too. Because the funny thing was, the very first time we went on MSC, as we walked by, it smelled delicious, but we looked down and we're like, I'm not eating that. It was just not appealing. It just didn't look good. And then, towards the close of the cruise, I'm like, we better try it. When we tried it, we're like, whoa, this is really good, even though it looks kind of weird. Ever since then, though, pizza looks like the pizza. It's round, cut into wedges, and as opposed to like
the
Carnival's
amoeba.
pizzas or amoebas.
Yeah.
But anyway, pizza does look good, but I will let you know what it tastes like.
Yes.
What are you planning to do in port? So typically we don't plan a lot on port days because those are times that we use to video the ship when people are off of it. However, we got a line on this guy. We got a guy in Roatan. And so if the weather holds out, we have a full day of activities on a private tour with this guy, which is actually about half of what a regular shore excursion would cost here at the cruise lines. And you see far more and go to places that cruise lines don't go. Quiet, nice beaches and different things. So, however, again, disclaimer, looks like the weather's going to be bad when we're in Roatan.
It's supposed to be raining.
So we may not get to do that.
No.
Bimini, we're going to get off the boat and swim. That's what we're going to do in Bimini. We're going to keep it easy. Where else are we going? Costa Maya, we probably won't even get off the boat. That'll be the day that we video.
That will be the day we video.
Right.
As long as the weather's good.
We try to do most of our videoing either in the middle of the night, but on the outside upper decks, we do that on the daytime because you can see it better. But we do it in port days when people have gone off the ship. So again, it's mostly empty and you get better views. And we also try to be as what's the word I'm looking for?
Respectful of people's
yeah,
privacy.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't want to be on camera.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the best way to explain it, I guess. Right? So, all right, Macrina, 2 tablespoons in an ounce, so 6.5 spoonfuls of 3 ounces of soup, less than a half a cup.
Yeah.
It was
It was
good.
tiny.
It was good. But it's 3. Yeah, I should have gotten more. I'm over that funny mascot. Don't let Mrs. Lisa face Mandingo Man. It's falling. It's better, Robert. Oh, speaking of Valerie. Hey, everyone from the MSC Divina in the royal suite of the yacht club. You spoiled little thing, you. The royal suite. We shot video of the royal suite, didn't we? Or was that the one we didn't get?
We didn't get it.
No, that's the one we did get.
Did we get it? No, we got the family and executive suite. We didn't get the royal suite, did we?
I'm pretty sure we did.
Did we?
Yeah,
I don't remember getting the royal suite.
But she took video of it anyway, and we're going to be sharing that with you. Probably not why we're on the ship, because we want to focus more on what we're here with the Scarlet Lady. But as soon as we get off, we're going to share those videos with you.
Yes.
But yeah, she's having the time of her life. She found Gushti, everybody. Gushti was our
butler.
Our butler. You know what? We'll just talk just a little bit. For those who don't know, the Yacht Club is an area within MSC Ships that is called a ship in a ship concept. Essentially, outside of getting off the ship, going to the casino, or going to the big production show, outside of that, you don't have to leave the Yacht Club. Your food is up there. There is entertainment up there. The Divina, the restaurant, the main restaurant is not there. You do have to leave to get to the main restaurant, but you're escorted. It is all private under pass key. And I mean, like, we've tried to break in there. It is guarded 24/7. You can't. You're not getting in there unless you're staying in there.
That's true.
Every cabin, whether it's an inside or a balcony, doesn't matter. There is butler service. Now let me define this, because this is what we thought, right? Butlers. We're not butler people. We're do-it-yourselfers, right? You know, I don't need somebody packing my stuff. Not that Gushti did that, but these are sort of the rumors. Oh, they're gonna pack for you and pack for you. I'm like, it's just, you know what? Just leave us alone. We're self-sufficient people. But let me tell you, by the end of the first day, I was sold. First of all, our guy, his name was Gushti, and they meet you before you even get on the ship. They escort you into the terminal. They sit you down. They come and get you. Again, they're wearing white glove and tails and the whole 9 yards. They walk you in. You have priority elevator service. You just put your key card in, and that's it. That's your elevator. Takes you right up. Key card into I call it the compound, and you're in. The food is better. The service is better. But staying with Gushti as the perfect example, I needed something from one of the stores, and it was before. A half an hour or 40 minutes before one of our shows was about to start. So I didn't have enough time, and it was on day one.
Mm-hmm.
It was day one.
It was day one.
Yeah, so I didn't have enough time to go running around the ship to find this store, and so I called Gushti, because he made sure, if you need anything, you need to call me. Okay, great. Gushti, do you have the store? What deck is this store on? Oh, it's on deck 6, 7. I don't remember what it was. So what do you need? I said, well, I need this and that and whatever. And says, okay, I'm coming by to get your card and I'll go get it. I said, no, I'll go. No, before I could even hang up the phone and say no, he was already knocking at the door. He opened the door, snagged my key card, and away he went. I'm like, did that just happen? Mm-hmm. And anyway, he came back, I don't know, 10 minutes later, 5 minutes later, whatever it was, with, unfortunately, the wrong stuff. He turned right around and fixed it. Came right back, and I'm like, man, you are the man. We had ordered alcohol is all included. It's not an extra package. It's just part of it. Speaking of which, MSC did change their drinking outside of the yacht club. It is now a max of 15 per day.
I believe it is in the yacht club as well.
No, it is not.
Okay.
If you're staying in the yacht club and you're drinking in the outside bars,
that's right. Okay,
you get 15.
That's right.
But if you're in the compound,
yeah,
drink away.
You don't show your card or anything. If you're in the compound, you just go up to the bar and, get whatever, and they don't look at your card.
They don't let you touch it, though. No. They do everything shy of putting it up to your mouth for you.
Right.
Right, Valerie? Anyway, we're going to get her on live. But again, if you've not experienced something like that, the relaxation that we had during that cruise was
Phenomenal.
was phenomenal. The care and the quality that was given to us was unlike anything we've ever experienced. And that's, of course, the words Valerie were also iterating to us. And I wish I had some more words to express how amazing that experience was.
Anything we could say is just inadequate. It just doesn't cover it.
So, again, hello, Nurse Tara. Valerie did find Gushti, by the way. She took a picture with him, and the officer that runs there, the director, who's an officer. She remembered us, Larissa.
Yes,
and she brought messages to us and stuff.
Oh,
so
that's awesome.
Wait, what? You're on a ship? We are.
We are.
We're on the Virgin Scarlet Lady. We're in a balcony, but balcony cam isn't working. So
no. And we ran out of time, and we were late because we were trying really hard.
Full balcony cam.
Yeah, this one was trying really hard to get the real thing going.
Yep.
It just couldn't make it happen.
She's like, I'm so late. I know. Go back, drag it back and watch the highlights. You'll see. She's like, yes, I did see him. Producer's like, Valerie, give him a hug from us.
Yes.
She did. He was so happy. Yeah, the tall guy, and I was on his show and YouTube and stuff. Yes, Nurse Tara, we are on the Scarlet Lady.
Yes.
Should live stream from Davina, Valerie, or collab with Robert. Chris, we talked about that.
We did.
So here's, in short, how this works. I can bring guests on my show at any time. We'll dial you in, have a split screen, all this stuff. If you've been following us long enough, we did that with Macrina and Tom that were on the Horizon, I think it was.
Yes.
We were able to do that. However, it requires double the bandwidth for every guest I add. And there's not enough bandwidth on a ship. So when we get off the ship, if Valerie were still there, thank you very much for the things. We could do that. But I think it's going to be kind of hard to get her live from the ship because I don't think the speed, I mean, we can try, but I don't think the speeds are good enough. So, but anyway. Royal Suite sounds epic. Yes, I'm sure it is.
Doesn't it?
Let me tell you, Americans love Mexican tacos. I learned that too. Oh, we like our tacos. Yes, we do. Valerie, is the yacht club all that? Gushti, Chris. I don't know. We're not Butler people until we're Butler people. I know, right?
Oh my goodness.
Well, I look. All I can think of is Downton Abbey. It's not that.
No.
It's not servant type butler.
No, it's not.
It's service.
Yes. It's
type.
Let me do this for you. You're on vacation. I've got this.
Yeah.
You relax. It's completely different. Yeah.
Yep. My daiquiris. We have a $300 bar tab here.
We do.
We're having some daiquiris.
If we wouldn't have had so many complications tonight,
we'd have had drinks.
We were talking about doing a daiquiri tonight.
Yep. You already know, Macrina. Yeah, like I said, we have a $300 bar tab. We might as well drink it.
Yeah.
Either I'm going to have to walk into a bar and say, "Drinks on me," because can't take it with you.
We threatened to do that with Resilient Lady, but we never did.
No. No. Should put the camera to the balcony and sit by the door. Okay, go to the door, Lisa. She'll open it. I'll see if I can zoom in. But with the camera's out, it's just, I had to disconnect the camera. It's just not working. It's like a dead cable or something. I don't know. What the problem is. Yeah, open the door. Because we got the glare. You have to move the curtain too. All right, I'm going to try to, well, this one doesn't zoom in that far. I mean, that's it. Yeah. Anyway, that's the balcony. Not too much to see at night. By the yeah, that's fine. So something else happened. So right out of the gate, we're down in the restaurant eating, and we've already had a medical emergency here on the ship. We actually came to a dead stop. We were. Lisa's got some video. We'll put it in the highlights tomorrow. Just outside of Miami, you can see the skyline still. It's right there.
Yeah.
And we sat there waiting for the boat. They sent a boat instead of the helicopter. Mm-hmm. And so we've already had medical situations. So thoughts and prayers with these people and their family that they'll be okay. No idea what the issue is. Just hope that they're going to be okay. But their cruise ended very quickly.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Before we even got outside of Miami.
Yep. Valerie's like, yes and more, but I won't share until later. It was way better than I ever expected.
I know. Same.
I need my Royal Genie. No, it's better than Royal Genie. I'm just saying. My father was Robert. He would be a very cute father indeed. Well, I am a father. So.
And a grandfather.
And a grandfather.
Do you have...
it's not ready.
Okay, gotcha. True.
We barely got ourselves here today.
True.
So, again, for those who are coming on late, overall experience, the other part of the disappointment for me was I really thought for 2 weeks in dry dock, there would have been more visible improvements or enhancements. Like for instance, we were walking up and down all the hallways today, running. And we're like, it smells like new carpet. But remind you, it just came out of dry dock, 3 weeks ago? But there's like stains or tears or rips I mean, you can tell it's not a month old.
Yeah.
You can tell it's been here for, 2, 3 years, 4 years, 4 or 5 years, whatever it is, 5 years. Well, probably 4+ because it came out in 2000 with pandemic and all that stuff. So, and so for a 2-week dry dock, that's a time where a lot of typically big things happen. And at least from the guest view standpoint, the biggest thing I see was they added 8 cabanas.
The cabanas. Well, they supposedly added some more suites as well.
Oh, that's right.
The Fab Suites.
That's right. They added some more suites.
But that's not visible for the general public. That's, for those who book those suites. But we were talking, our waiter in the wake, and I guess the carpet's been replaced down there, and they've
only
added
in this one little area.
Oh, just one area.
So
okay.
where their workstation is, there's now a second sort of overlapping top piece that's got some lights on it. That part is new, and they replaced a section of carpet. And this is what he did, this section of carpet. So not much done in the wake. So we're going to continue to ask some of the different, in our cabin steward, he just got on today. He got on with us. So he doesn't know anything either. So we'll ask some of the other crew that we come in contact with and see what upgrades, because to me, I get the same feeling that what I got on the Venezia.
I knew you were going there.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, not that bad, but
I don't have that feeling at all, because Venezia,
like I said, not that bad. But
yeah.
That experience.
Gotcha. You were expecting to see
Yeah.
more visibly. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense then.
Yeah.
I get your perspective
Yeah.
now. You were expecting more.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. So.
I mean, I thought the food was fine. Like I said, there's little quirky things.
Again, all first impressions, everybody. So we have a week. We have a week of this, and so 7 days from now, when you wrap it as a whole, you take the black olives out and the
chickpeas.
caramelized onions out because the rest of it was flawless.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
But today, 1:45 boarding and just their
And the lack of sleep.
Their app, not the best. It's a little bit glitchy. And so that was a little bit of fun.
But we knew this going in.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
not being able to book the reservations ahead of time, it's just, these things just add up a little bit. So that's why we have these videos. Guys, if you're going to book a Virgin cruise, any of their ships, the second you book it, when you're done, full payment, start booking those reservations
Book your
for the restaurants.
Yeah.
If not, you could be eating at 9:45 or 10 o'clock at night.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the couple that was in front of us when we were going into the restaurant, they did not have a reservation. They were talking to the hostess trying to get a reservation, and I'm pretty sure she told them 11.
I was thinking that was breakfast.
Maybe.
I don't think the restaurants stay open till 11
I
o'clock.
hope not, because I was thinking, wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty late.
Yeah. By the way, it's time for the mid-show snack. Mid-show snack. There you go. Mid-show snack, everybody.
Gotta love that.
What did everybody have? Leave it down in the chat. Chocolate covered donut actually was really delicious. I didn't need the stuff on top. It was tasty without the stuff on top.
Pecans and I don't know what else is
Yeah,
on
some
there.
strange white stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then
I had a ginger berry tart, which was really tasty. And then there's this thing.
I don't know what that is.
It's
really pretty looking.
Yeah. That's the Virgin Lady, and I don't know what that is. Or Scarlet Lady. Yeah. It's
There's a bready. You got this. This is sort of what's in the middle. The creamy. Talking too low. Sort of creamy here. Shiny red stuff is like a gelatinous, sugary, whatever. Then there's a bready kind of thing, and then the filling, which I believe is the same thing that's here at the top.
And we were trying to place the flavor, whether it's like a coffee-ish flavor or a hazelnut or a combination of the two. I'm not sure what the flavor is. It's not bad. It's just something I wish I knew what it was.
Yeah. Wait till you guys see pictures of the lemon cheesecake.
Oh my goodness, yes.
To die for.
It is.
Anyway, so let's see here.
Okay.
Yeah, a little cakey. Wow. It's the ocean we can imagine. Yeah, we can, exactly. Well, you don't have to imagine. There you go. Balcony cam. Speaking of MSC, that's a picture from the Divina.
It is.
Video from the Divina. I'm so happy for you, Valerie. I know you're going to have a great. Oh my gosh, yeah. She's been out there for days now, so she's soaking it in and sucking it up. I'm telling you. Right? Do you have a hemmican on the balcony during the day? Take some. Yes, we do.
Yes.
We've got the one red hammock. Dancing for the mid-show snack. LOL. That looks better. Robert wasn't impressed with the donut. Think he's talking about that red thing.
Oh, yeah, the Scarlet Lady.
Alex is like, we need taste division. Right? Absolutely,
yes.
man. Lisa looks better. Macrina, we need the chocolate strawberries. That's the go-to. Oh, man, we love chocolate strawberries.
Oh, yes.
Ozan is craving Turkish Kurvuvasan. It's a pastry. They have it at midnight. Okay.
Nice.
Popcorn. We almost had popcorn tonight.
They have popcorn here.
But that was my fault.
Yeah, there's a place called The Social that they've got games and then they've got, what is that, like pretzels and popcorn and all of that stuff there.
Hot dogs and stuff. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So I wanted to grab some, but I didn't.
Well, I've had a bad dessert. You know what a bad dessert is?
Dessert?
No, well that. But the only bad dessert is a dessert that has something you just don't like. Like, for instance, I don't like coconut. Mm-hmm. So if the dessert has any kind of coconut in it, I'm not going to enjoy it because I just don't like coconut.
For me, frozen coconut icicles, popsicles. Yeah, love those.
Yeah, like
I love those. That's my good thing. Your bad thing is my good thing.
Yeah, and for me also coffee. I don't like coffee. Don't like drink coffee. I just don't like the flavor. So if it's got a coffee flavor to it or whatever, it's just not my thing. But outside of that, I would agree with you. I've never had a bad dessert. Only if it's got coffee or
coconut.
It's the C's. It's the coffee and the coconut.
Yeah, so he's never going to have a pina colada.
No.
So, yeah.
No, never.
Not going to happen.
Not going to happen. Chris says, oh, how I missed the midnight buffets. I believe, Macrina, we could make a channel just on midnight buffets on cruise ships, and we would have 1 million subscribers.
The midnight buffets, those things used to be an event.
Yeah.
It wasn't just the food. It was the carvings and the ice carvings and the
fruit carvings,
sculptures. And yeah, man, all of the
food too. The food is of course exquisite.
Yeah, it wasn't just snack food. It was really good stuff.
Really good stuff.
Yeah.
It's really good. Good stuff. So, entertainment on the ship, we only were able to catch just a couple minutes of it. I'm not sure we're probably going to be able to catch any of it here.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Because of the timing and stuff, and our dinner reservations are so late. I don't think we're going to be able to get there. From what I remember, the entertainment on Virgin was fantastic.
Yeah.
We caught just maybe 60 seconds of tonight's show. On our way back from dinner, the wake is all the way at the back of the ship on deck 7, and we are staying basically at the front of the ship on deck 14. So we walked deck 4. The red room is there, so there was something going on. We're like, let's stick our head in for a minute. We did, and they had their production show going on, which it looked pretty good.
It did.
For the 60 seconds we were there, I had no complaints. In fact, my only complaint was having to leave because I'm like, this actually looks like it would be worth sitting down and watching.
Yeah.
So, but not sure it's going to work out at all. Maybe the 5:45 night, whatever restaurant we're going to at 5:45, if there's a show that night, we might be able to make that work.
All right.
So
we'll try.
Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. What were we missing? Chris says, oh, what kind of complimentary ice creams do they offer, Robert? Excuse me, everybody. Any weird flavors?
It's in the video. They had, I don't know, what, 10, 12 different flavors?
We'll find out and we'll ask, and we'll bring it to you tomorrow night.
Yeah.
We'll find out if it's the same every day or if it's different every day.
Let me take a note on that. And that's for Chris?
Yes.
Okay.
That's for those who didn't know, the ice cream place here on the ship is called Lick Me Till Ice Cream.
Mm-hmm.
Lick Me Till Ice Cream. Yeah. That just sort of sets the tone for how this cruise is going to go. Right? That's the best way I could explain it to people.
Yeah.
Yep. There's no kids.
Yeah.
Macrina says, in the 80s on the Norwegian as Norway, they had ice carvings of the ship, and the ice sculptures were blue, like the Norway was. That's incredible.
Nice.
Ice carvings are really neat. Yep.
Yeah.
Amazing what they can do. Every once in a while, I mean, I'll still see it like on Carnival and Royal, not for the buffets, like just as a thing they do out at the pool at 3 o'clock when it's
demonstration.
a demonstration, and it's like 1,000,000 degrees out, and the ice is melting faster than it can carve it, and you never see it again because it's not for a buffet because there is no buffet.
They do like a contest for guess what he's making. What do you think it is? I've seen them do that too.
I'm having myself a Homer situation going on here.
You gotta let your tongue hang out and drool.
Nope. Going in now.
Is it time to talk about the group cruise?
Group cruise, Alex.
Yes.
Group cruise.
Yes.
Group cruise.
Come join us November 8th, 2025.
There'll be meet and greets,
Parties,
pineapples,
ducks, and of course the live shows.
Don't miss our first ever group cruise. We'll see you on the horizon. Well, we're going to have to change our video now because
Carnivals.
they've banned the pineapples. Right? Look, guys, just so you know, see, look at this. What is that?
I don't know.
Right? I mean, it's just crazy. All of them.
All of the cameras are doing their own thing.
What? Come on, come to Papa. Come up here. Hey, everybody.
There we
We're
are.
coming into a little that, a little that.
Lopsided and everything.
Yeah, anyway. Okay. Again, PSA, public service announcement. We are not travel agents, so we didn't put this group cruise together so we can make money off you. We just want to hang out with the Tall Man Clan. So we have an agent we've been working with for, 15, 20 years. Chris and someone else works from. Kathy is taking care of our group cruise. So if you want to go on our group cruise, as you saw, it is on the Carnival Horizon. It is an 8-day southern itinerary going to the ABCs, Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao, November 8th.
Yes.
2025.
Yes.
This year. It's this year.
I know.
We don't have to say next year anymore.
I know.
It's this year. But anyway, send an email, tallmanscruiseadventures@gmail.com, and I will forward you Kathy's information, and you can call her, and she can add you to the group cruise. Please note to self, you must book into the group cruise to be part of the group functions. And we're going to have a bunch of group functions. In fact, we talked a little bit about that on the way down here today.
We started planning.
Got stuff going to pull out my butt. Not that either. Excuse me. Sorry. Pull that out of my butt. Anyway, there you go. So, Chris says, I've never been on NCL. I wouldn't mind trying one of their new ships like the Aqua. Beautiful ships. Well, guess what? You're going to get to try it through us because we are the wrong thing. Come on, hit the right buttons, Robert. We are going to be on the Aqua. We already told you that. So you can come and join us.
Yeah.
At least live, right? With us. We'll bring you there.
Exactly.
Alex, 5 of the 11 cruises we're going on this year, guys, are inaugurals. So you're going to get to see it live. You're going to get to see it before anyone else in the world. Yeah. In fact, we're going to be bringing it to you before anyone else in the world because typically most people are doing some videos. They slap together highlights and then the video gets released. We're literally going to bring it to you while we're on the ship. So you'll get to see it here first. Okay? Hosan's like, I'm watching the Pirates of the Caribbean. Right? Sorry, Hosan. Typical TMC streaming issues. Sorry. Yeah. What's a TMC live without tech issues?
Right.
I know, right?
Just don't
Stinking
get
camera.
it. Just don't get it.
Robert, did you get my email with the Morning Light link? I did, but I mean, it doesn't matter. I got it. So we have a subscription with Epidemic Sound, which is where the Morning Light comes from. And so any of the songs I get off of there, I have the rights and royalties to, if you will. So, but anyway.
Not royalties.
Oh, huh?
You
Not
don't get
royalties. The license.
Yes. We can use it.
Yes. I don't get the royalties, but yeah. Bummer. I'm already booked this year. August 26th group cruises.
Oh.
Any 2026 group cruises.
Not yet.
No. Alex, to be honestly, the fact that we've planned this far ahead is a miracle.
It is.
We are like 3 month ahead planners kind of people, just because we still work for a living, and so in our schedules are or always have been very erratic and very untrustworthy. And so to plan too far ahead is very problematic. But in the last handful of years, we worked for first 4 months, have 2 months off, work 4 months, have 2 months off. It's like clockwork. However, here we are, January 5th on a cruise. So it's hard to plan. But yes, we will have a group cruise in 2026. It'll be in November. Okay, it won't be. It'll be before Thanksgiving, so people can be home with their families for the holidays. So everybody can plan just a slot beginning in November. Leave that window out to have a group cruise with us for 2026. So I don't want to start talking about that too soon. We'll probably announce it during the other group cruise.
Probably so.
Right,
yeah.
but that's the time frame, right? Because that's when we know for sure we're going to have a window beginning in November. So
I think it'd be too confusing to have too many group cruises out there.
I know. So we got to finish one before we announce another.
Yeah.
But just, for now, that's the window.
Yes.
Right? Unless something changes. Look, a year is a long time, guys. I know the older you get, the faster time flies. I can't believe 2024 is already gone. No. I can't. But I like y'all are trying to make me think about 2026 and we're 5 stinking days into 2025. What is wrong with you folks? I need a glove. Whack. Whack, whack.
You see what I put up with?
It's not my fault. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere.
Okay.
So my son-in-law. Oh, God love this young man. I hope so, because I'm not sure how anyone else can. He's a special kind of child, this one.
We love you, Tyler.
All in jest, my friend. All in jest. I have a shirt that I wear when I'm around him. I was going to bring it on this cruise and I forgot, but so I would wear it when I was telling the story. It says, "This just in. You're an idiot." That's for him. It's his shirt. Anytime I'm around, I wear it. So we get home from one of our cruises. He's like, "Come here. I got to show you something." I said, "Okay." So we have a decent sized chunk of land and there's lots of debris, so we burn it off. So we have a nice burn pile and stuff. And we love the fires.
Yeah.
So we come out there. Actually, I think it was before we went on the cruise. I don't know what it was. Whatever. So
It's
come
just
over
a
here.
couple of weeks ago.
So he comes over there and these chairs are sort of just laying down awkwardly on the ground.
Those big white plastic chairs.
Just like what I'm sitting on, but the white plastic ones you get at Home Depot for, $15, whatever it is.
Yeah.
He goes, "So yesterday when you were outside, did you see me pick the stuff up in the yard and put it on the burn pile before I cut the grass?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Well, I didn't realize the coals would still be hot." Dumbass melted my chairs. And it's in weird succession. So the first one is got this much missing off of one of the legs. The next one's got about this much missing off one of the legs. And the next one's got, nearly most of the leg gone. I'm like, dude, this stuff just doesn't get cold overnight, man. And of all places to put it, why the fire pit? Well, I'm not going to put the mower through there. Like, oh my God.
What I find funny about that is you watched him do it.
I did. I was sitting up there and I think to myself, I'm like, why the is he putting those chairs in the burn pit? Is he a idiot? Which, that's, okay, whatever, So, I mean, they're put him over by the wood pile or on top of the pallet that's out there that he's been mowing around now for a year. It's a pallet. Burn that thing. Just burn it. It's a pallet.
You should see them. They look so sad.
And now they're like, dum, dum, dum.
You're all kind of warped.
It's my son-in-law. The chair melter. Yeah.
Stories from 2024. See,
Yeah.
he was doing a good thing. He was mowing the lawn before everybody came over for Christmas.
Yeah, he was. He was. Of course, now they're not going to have to stand because we have no chairs to sit on. You have to balance on 3 legs and hope they don't give out because they're plastic and, they collapse frequently already.
Hand bricks out, bricks and concrete blocks. Here, what's that for? To balance your leg.
You're going to need these.
You're like shoving a napkin under a wobbly table in a restaurant.
Somebody shows up to my property, you just hand them a bag when they show up. What's that for? Oh, you're going to need these for the chair. What? They're 3 bricks. Trust me, when you see the chairs, you'll understand. If you have any questions, ask this one over here. Oh my God. Chris is like, he must have been in the part of the class that made the top half possible. Sometimes elevators don't go up to the top. All in good fun, Tyler.
All in good fun. He says the man who watched you do it.
From like a half a mile away. Whatever. He is now the owner of these chairs. Oh yeah, he's the owner of the chairs, but I think we're gonna take a saw to the other good legs and make smaller chairs. Of course, now what's gonna happen, right? Because you're gonna cut the feet off, and it's just gonna be the bottom pointy half. So you put it down, and you'll sit, and all of a sudden it'll be like down into the grass. Now you're flat on the ground. It's now a beach chair. Like, just
Our grandson was happy. Now he's gonna have a chair that he can fit
he
in.
is. He's, I don't think, heavy enough to get it to go down into the ground.
No, he's not.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, we've had those chairs for 100 years.
At least.
So, it's all right. Yeah. Though, in the side note, in your defense, Tyler, the fire we had just before we went, ice cold the next day. Ice cold.
Of course, she didn't put a leg of a chair in the middle of it.
Well, that didn't happen until 2 days later. I actually tried to get the fire going the next morning.
Oh, did
I mean,
you?
some of it was atmospheric conditions. It was so windy and so cool, it burned through the coals that were on the ground
Gotcha.
a lot faster.
Gotcha.
Where the previous fire we had, there was not a lot of wind and it wasn't as cold, and the coals just didn't burn,
It just
burned
retained
down,
all that
retained
heat.
all the heat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
The fun things that happen around us.
Yeah. Come hang out.
Yeah.
We'll teach you how to melt chairs.
Yeah.
At least my son-in-law will.
We'll laugh at you too.
I'll sit across the yard going, "What the are you doing?" Yo! There's a fire going on. Anyway, all right, y'all. We want to thank each and every one of you for being with us. Remember, we are going to come back to you live every night here. For those joining us late, we are 100% live. We are on the Virgin Scarlet Lady right now. We're in our cabin. Just got a little backdrop here.
Lopsided.
Yeah, it's lopsided, but there's the rest of our cabin over there. All right, we have balcony. Tomorrow we'll have balcony cam up and running. See there, hi. All right. Hopefully we'll have balcony cam up and running. I'm going to play with it here. And, well, we're up in 3 hours to start, or 4 hours to start videoing the ship. So I think
a nap is in order.
But we were, Wi-Fi permitting, we will be coming to you every night around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
He was knocking on wood, if
Knocking
you
on
couldn't
wood.
tell. Yeah.
And bring you a different part of the ship and the overall doings of what happened on the ship. Today was about getting on the ship, getting just up and running. We did have an emergency situation already on the ship.
Yeah.
We stopped. We didn't turn around. We literally got out of the channel and just stopped. And I'm like, are we even moving? No, we're just sitting there and waiting for the emergency rescue boat to come get this passenger off. But we're going to be coming to you live every night. So come and join us tomorrow night. We'll be doing some of the public decks. Okay.
Yep. Think of your questions. We're here.
And if you come up with something that you want to know about Virgin, something special you want to see about the ship, leave it in the comments in the replay, because we don't have to go home, but we got to get the hell out of here. Peace.